Come with me for a weekend of side questing in Sydney and Melbourne. First things first, I was flying from the Gold Coast down to Melbourne and I met Edie down there. We stayed in the most gorgeous hotel, which is called Melbourne Place. We met the girls up on the rooftop at mid-air for dinner. Even though it was a late one, we had to make the most of our one full day in Melbourne, and that was done by trinket trotting. We started the day with pastries, matcha and coffee before getting in a maxi taxi and heading to our favourite shop, Pinky's. It was rare of me, but I had a very conservative shop. I just bought one of the new bagus, an Usahana purse pal, and a Munchichi keychain before heading to Mario's. We are creatures of habit, and this is our favourite lunch spot. Before Claudia took over as boss of directions and made us walk to our next destination, but it's okay because we found a photo booth and that makes everything okay. Next stop was Lobby Cafe. They have so many blind boxes and I finally got the Morning Glory Sunny Angel I have always wanted from the Flower series, as well as some other little cutie bits, obviously. Then continued on our trot and made our way to Melbourne, got some Sylvanian family blind bags, before heading back to our hotel for a brief intermission before Role Model. Not gonna lie, we were quite tired by this point, but everything was okay when Tucker himself graced the stage. And I cannot wait for Kansas Anymore Deluxe to come out on Valentine's Day. Can't believe we got to see Sabrina Carpenter, the 1975, Benson Boone, and Ed Sheeran all in one concert. We're so lucky. And yet, the grind does not stop there. We woke up at 4 a.m. because our flight to Sydney actually got changed, but it ended up being a blessing in disguise. Our first stop was, of course, Kumi to get fresh nails for the upcoming events. And then we had a little lunch moment at MLK Deli. It was actually so delicious. We should have shared sandwiches because we only finished a half each, but we had to get nice and fueled for a huge evening ahead for Miss Charlie XCX. We checked into a little boutique hotel nearby and it had leopard print carpet. If they had showed that in the listing, I would have booked it instantly. Our Diva Hotel worked out great. It was right next to Centennial Park, so it was a short walk to the festival. So I'm very much a concert girl, but I am not a festival girl, and this reminded me why. It was just so hot, and why was I literally fighting for my life in the crowd? It was all worth it when we got to see Booba Doobie. After her set, we had a much needed refuel. We had Greek for dinner and had a sit before the diva of all divas graced the stage. She was absolutely captivating and I love every time I see Charlie. So after all, it was a worthwhile experience at the festival, even though it was quite rough. And then we ended our side quest tour with another 4 a.m. wake up to go home. Bye!